The United States signaled it was not afraid to resume the war with Iran as no deal was signed despite President Donald Trump claiming he was on the verge of reaching an agreement. Trump said he was looking to make his final decision on the deal to extend the ceasefire and reopen the Strait of Hormuz. The U.S. president held a meeting in the White House Situation Room with advisors on Friday, but it had concluded without a decision. Meanwhile, U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said Washington could restart the war if it wanted to.
Our ability to recommence if necessary is we are more than capable. Our stockpiles are more than suited for that, both there and around the globe, because of how we balance exquisite and more plentiful munitions. So we're in a very good place.
Trump said the deal must adhere to some of his red lines, including that Tehran should never be able to develop nuclear weapons. Iran, on its end, has pushed back against this requirement. Tehran has repeatedly claimed its nuclear program is peaceful and for civilian purposes only. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has warned that Russia may be preparing to launch a massive new attack against Ukraine. Russia has recently intensified its strikes, with Kyiv being hit particularly hard. Last weekend, Russia launched one of its largest attacks on the capital since the start of its full-scale invasion in 2022.
Ми маємо інформацію від розвідки щодо підготовки Росією нового масованого удару. Будь ласка, зважайте на повітряні тривоги, бережіть життя. Наші служби оперативні, підготовлені, повітряні сили та інші захисники неба працюватимуть 24/7, як і завжди. Тематика ППО, необхідність і надалі допомагати Україні з захистом неба – це ключовий пріоритет наш.
On Friday, Zelensky reiterated his call for more Patriot missile systems from the U.S., which can intercept Russian ballistic missiles. Ukraine has also stepped up its strikes on occupied territories and on Russia in retaliation for the daily Russian bombardments. Vasil Opinica is 87 years old. He lives in Galați in Romania, nearby the building which was struck by a Russian drone on Friday. From his apartment on the 10th floor, he now regularly scans the sky and the surroundings out of fear for a new incident.
Ne temem, sigur că da, dar mai ales ce s-a întâmplat acum și nu este prima dată. N-am unde să mă duc decât sub masă care nu are nicio chestie.
In the case of an emergency, Vasil also worries that he would not have enough food supplies to last until rescuers arrive.
Dacă se ia curentul, se întâmplă, e foarte complicat, nu. Lanterne am, telefonul, care e așa, altceva nu văd. De mâncare, ce să ai, frigider și atâta tot.
Au început din ce în ce mai des cu aceste drone. Ar trebui la școală să se instruiască și copiii, să știe și ei la ora actuală ce se poate întâmpla.
The Russian drone had been part of an overnight attack on Ukraine and changed its trajectory, what led it to crash in Romania, a NATO member state. It is unclear what caused the drone to change its course, but the incident added to concerns that the war could spread across the alliance's borders.
Voters in Malta have cast their ballots on Saturday in a snap general election called by Prime Minister Robert Abela. Malta, the smallest EU nation, is at the same time the fastest growing economically, and that's what Abela trusts will secure him and his Labour Party a record fourth term. Opinion polls put him comfortably ahead, with his campaign focusing heavily on economic stability and on shielding the small Mediterranean nation from global crisis. As the island's GDP grew 4% last year, inflation is low, and there is no real unemployment. Electricity and fuel prices have also been frozen for the best part of 10 years, making them the lowest in Europe. His main rival is Nationalist Party candidate Alex Borg, a 30-year-old lawyer who aims to become the country's youngest leader. The political choice comes despite persistent concerns over environmental degradation, a foreign-driven construction boom, and deep-seated state corruption. According to political analysts, many citizens prioritize financial security over political scandal, despite a highly critical Council of Europe report on institutional corruption. The administration has also earmarked an additional €250 million for subsidies to cushion families against the fallout of the Middle East conflict. Preliminary results are expected to emerge on Sunday afternoon.